walk this earth like a god.
You scared? What? You scared? What? You scared? What? Kicking in the door, I make the bitches hit the floor for keys. Yeah.
Travis Scotty here, and I'm back with some more boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. did an interview with FightHype.com, and he said that he think that the Triple G versus Kell Brook fight was fixed.
There shouldn't be no quitting, no fighters. Just like in the Kell Brook fight, I seen the corner jumping in through the towel. I mean, to me, it looked like a fix.
And in my post-fight review to that fight, I said the same damn thing, man.
Man, Kell Brook was beating that boy ass, man. And then they gonna stop the fight. I wouldn't be surprised if the motherfucking trainer got paid off to stop the fight. You never know, man. Offer that motherfucker $1 million, stop the fight. As soon as Kell Brook get hurt, I would do it.
Now, let's get into Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s statement first before I tell you how I feel about it. Floyd Mayweather Jr. stated, there shouldn't be no quitting, no fighters. Just like in the Kell Brook fight. I seen the trainer jump in and throw the towel. To me, it looked like a fix. And you know what? It was kind of random, man, when the trainer jumped up. Because look, Kell Brook was winning the fight. I gave him the first 3 rounds. The only round I had gave Triple G was the 4th round. The 3rd round was close, but Kell Brook landed more power shots in that round. I believe it was 19-15 in power shots for Kell Brook. So I gave him that round too, 3-1. And you know, the judges had it even besides one who had Kell Brook up. So Triple G wasn't winning on any of the judges' scorecards. And you know, Kell Brook's activity has slowed down, right? But like I was watching him, you know what I'm saying? He was going to the ropes and he took some shots, but he never went down. And he was making Triple G miss a lot of those shots too. And Triple G was breathing hard, man. Early in the fight, he was breathing hard. So in my mind, I'm thinking he's trying to tire Triple G out. You know what I'm saying? He gonna let him punch himself out because I had already saw Triple G breathing hard and he might have saw it too. I mean, he was taunting him and everything, was smiling. And then just out of nowhere, his trainer jumped up to the ring and stopped the fight. I mean, look, I could understand if Kell Brook just got dropped twice. He's like wobbling, damn near about to fall over. Then you jump up and the ref ain't stopped the fight yet. Then you jump up and wave the towel and stop the fight. You don't stop the fight that fucking quick. Man, ain't went down yet. Look, man, I'm talking from the perspective of not knowing. See, look, yeah, Kell Brook, something might have been wrong with his eye. Didn't nobody know that his eye socket was broken. All right? His corner didn't know either. Yeah, you might have a little bit of swelling. You might have trouble seeing out of that eye. Don't nobody know that it's broken afterwards. And the way he was dodging those punches, like I said, man, he took some punches on those ropes. Don't get me wrong, he did take a couple, but he was also able to handle Triple G's power. He stood up to him. He didn't go down once. And he was making Triple G miss a lot of those punches, man. And he even said, you know, like, I was still in the fight, and I feel like I was winning the fight, and then I was just going to pour it on later on into the fight. You know what I'm saying? He might have, like, took a round off so he can let the fighter tire himself out. That's okay, man. We got 12 rounds. But, you know, I think the referee stopped the fight a little bit too soon. But, you know, the corner stopped the fight a little bit too soon. But, you know, I think Kell Brook might have played a part into that too, man. Because he kept pulling at his fucking eye. And I think he told his corner that it was bothering him a little bit, which you don't really want to do. Because then they're going to start thinking, like, maybe I should stop the fight. It's going to get in their head. But he's been with this trainer for a long time. So, you know, he figured he could just tell him, so maybe his trainer could tell him what to do. But he kept pulling, like, just kept touching it. You see, fighters get hurt all the time in the middle of fights. Now, look, personally, I don't know. It could have been, man. It could have been. You know, I don't really want to, I don't know, man. Like I said before, I thought that it could have been fixed. I think that dude could have been paid off to stop that fight early. Because you can't tell me, man, that his corner did not know his eye was broken. You know what I'm saying? His eye socket was broken. And he wasn't behaving like a fighter who had a broken eye socket. We seen Margarito go 12 rounds. And it might have been a one-sided fight, but it was a competitive one-sided fight for Pacquiao. When Pacquiao was normally in, like, blowout fights. You know what I'm saying? And if you making Triple G miss that close, where the punches just swinging fast right in front of your face, like inches away from you, you making a miss that close, he could still see and he could still perform. And his corner did not know that his eye socket was broken. So it could have been fixed, man. But Kell Brook was doing so good, man. Oh yeah, look, he kept touching that fucking, he kept touching his eye. You see, like, fighters get hurt all the time in the middle of these fights. All the time. You know, fighters hurt their hands. You see, he got his eye socket, his orbital bone broken or whatever, which is a pretty common injury. It happens more often in MMA with smaller gloves, but Triple G likes to use smaller gloves. And shit, who knows? He could be slipping some of those wraps. You never know. You never know. I don't trust him because you know he likes to use smaller gloves than his opponents. And from what I hear, you know what I'm saying, somebody told me that they thought that his gloves were smaller in the Kell Brook fight when those two fighters were supposed to have identical gloves. So I'm going to have to go check that out. But, you know, it's a common injury in MMA fights with smaller gloves. But, and then, you know, fighters injure their arms and shit. I mean, all kinds of shit going on in that ring. It's war, you know what I'm saying? Parts of your body might shut down, but you don't tell your opponent that you're hurt. You see, like Canelo hurt his hand in the Liam Smith fight, right? He didn't shake his hand. He didn't wince when he threw a shot. He gave no sign that, hey, my hand is hurting. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Liam Smith started punching him in his gloves. You know what I'm saying? Or if you hurt that hand, then maybe I feel like I'm safe on that side. And I just start blocking the other side because you're not going to be throwing that right hand that often. You basically gave Triple G a target. You know what I'm saying? Like, Triple G like, oh yeah, you can keep touching your eye. We could all see it swelling. And then you keep rubbing it and shit. Like, hit me in this spot. Pretty much. Just like if you had a cut, right? Then a fighter would know, like, I'm going to hit him in this cut. Because, you know, I'm going to open that cut even more so he can't see. And then, you know, it'd be easier for me to land my other shots. You kept rubbing your eye, man. See, like, your corner already know that you're having trouble seeing. And you look, man. Floyd Mayweather said that there shouldn't be no quit in no fighters, just like in a Kell Brook fight. Insinuating that Kell Brook quit. And then let's get into the second part. He said, I seen the trainer jump in and throw the towel. To me, it looked like a fix. But the first part, he said there shouldn't be no quit in no fighters, just like in a Kell Brook fight. Let me elaborate on that real quick, relating to him rubbing his eye. You see, I believe his trainer was whispering in his ear, you know, at times in the middle of that fight. His trainer could have been like, look, if your eye is bothering you too much, then, and you don't want to fight, you feel like you can't continue, then you just keep tapping it. You just keep tapping it, and then I'll jump in and throw the towel in. He could have said that. But even if he didn't say that, dude, you already told your corner that you can't see. And you keep touching your eye. And now you're starting to get hit with shots, and you're not firing back. So it's kind of like, do you want to continue? You know, it's almost like when a fighter who's cut and they can't see in one of their eyes and they go to their corner and they be like, you know, I can't see. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all know that they're going to stop the fight. You don't want to look like a coward, you know, and sometimes these fighters do need to end the fight so they can fight another day and even save their vision, because you never know. Now, that trainer was right for stopping the fight. He was right, because Kell Brook's eye socket was broken. You know, and if he would have kept getting hit in that eye socket, especially by a puncher who punches as hard as Triple G, then he would have either been deformed, or he might not have even been able to fight again, or he might have even lost his eyesight in that eye. But he was winning a fight, man. And you know what? Even with that injury, I think he still would have won if he was allowed to continue. He would have had some massive damage. You know, he would have had some damage, but I think he could still perform. You know what? That one eye to Kell Brook was outboxing Triple G. I think his eye got injured in the first round. No later than the second round. But I gave Kell Brook the first 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? He was outboxing Triple G with one eye. That goes to show you how skilled Triple G is. You got outboxed by a motherfucking welterweight who only had one eye. And you had bricks in your gloves probably. In MMA gloves. And you a middleweight. Welterweight. Outboxing you with one eye. That's deep, man. But, you know, look, man, You know, good thing that his trainer did stop the fight. That way he could fight another day. But, you know, fuck that, man. Because y'all knew that y'all was going to the fight, you know what I'm saying, with a dangerous opponent. Y'all knew Triple G was a hellacious puncher. Y'all knew it already. And y'all knew that maybe Kell Brook might be in trouble at some point in the fight. Y'all still took the fight. So I think that they should have, like, you know, knowing everything now, knowing the whole story, yeah, he was right for stopping the fight. But at that moment, you don't fucking stop the fight. You fight to the fucking death. Really. Some fighters will say that. You're gonna have to kill me. He should have made Triple G kill him. He would have won the fight, but he didn't. And he lost it. I'm Travis Gotti. Thank you for tuning in to Travis Gotti Boxing. Subscribe.
I gotta quit fucking with you. I gotta quit fucking